feeling it this week. So we are just over 2 weeks out, pretty much 16 days out now. So, you know, starting to feel prep like crazy. Definitely more tired, but my sessions are still great. You know, everything's clicking. So every morning at the moment, you know, I'm coming in, I'm doing pictures, checking my weight, and sending it to Tom. We're literally monitoring every single day now. So we actually just bumped the baseline food up a little bit this week just to stop the weight drops so drastic. So I'm going to start that slightly higher base diet today. So at the moment, just to give you guys a quick update, my carbs are around 525 grams. My fats are still pretty low, around 40-50 grams, and my protein's moderate around 350. So that just gives you a bit of an insight to how much food I'm kind of eating going into this prep. The plan now is to kind of slowly bring the food up and fill the frame out naturally rather than trying to load so heavy over a few days. So that's pretty much a lowdown on what's going on. I've got 20-minute cardio to do now, and then I'm going to do a little bit of posing. Again, just sat here in my trunks giving you guys an update. So yeah, going to get that done, and then we've got chest and triceps today. So we've actually reduced the volume a little bit of my training. As you guys know, I've been doing doubles the majority of this prep. So we've actually gone down to a single on leg day. So quads is just a morning session, and same with hamstrings, glutes, just an evening session. So gonna film some chest and triceps for you. Got Mo here from Dubai, who's on the cross trainer now. My training partner from Dubai, so he's come over to see me for the last 10 days. So you know, that's been really good, having him push me till 2 weeks out mark. But yeah, everything's clicking. Just really excited to get on stage and just you know, do my thing and be the best version of me, because everyone keeps saying to me, oh, like, qualify for Olympia. And to be honest, it's not even in my mind right now. Like, I don't even think about qualifying for Olympia. All I think is I want to step on stage at the best I've ever been. Period. You know, the Olympia is really not in my mindset right now, and I don't want to sound like that as a negative, but I really just don't think about the Olympia stage. I feel like I still need time before I get there. And I know I will get there one day, but right now it's just about turning up and being the best version of me. And you know, I'm excited because I believe I'll do that.
Nice. Cardio
time, baby. Okay, so just had a look at Mo. He's obviously come here from Dubai in his off season, still very young, got a lot of potential. And now I'm going to get to my posing. So even when Mike and Lisa aren't here, like for example today they're traveling down for a show. So you know, I still get my routine and my posing done exactly the same as if they were here. So when they're not here, I actually just drill 10 rounds of posing. And then when they're here, obviously they kind of work me a little bit harder. So I probably don't do as many rounds, but I probably hold them for longer. So when they're obviously not here, I try to just increase the amount of rounds that I do. So I'm gonna get 10 rounds done, and then I'll send pictures to Tom. He usually responds pretty much ASAP. Like I said, can't thank him enough for how much he's been there. Like, I legit send my photos at like 10 a.m. and he replies like 10:05. So it keeps my mind at ease, and it's very nice to have that relationship and communication with the coach. It's one reason why I picked Tom as a coach, because you know, I knew that he'd have a lot of time for me, and I really believe in what we will bring together. So let's bang these 10 rounds out. 16 days out now, so getting close. I feel good today. Like, it's always nice when you take some photos and you're actually happy with how you look. Kind of gives you that extra boost and a little bit more of a boost going into next week. So I'm just excited to see it all come together and, you know, watch it all come together. So let's kill this 10 rounds of posing. So meal one, we just actually increased the food a little bit. Just sent my pictures off to Tom. So only small amount of extra carbs. You're literally doing like an extra 20 grams of cream of rice, pretty much 25 grams of extra rice per meal, 50 grams extra my last meal. So just a small manipulation in food just to kind of stop the weight loss coming so drastically. So that kind of should hold me out for a couple more days, because what I found after we did 2 very, very high days was my digestion and my stomach kind of wasn't used to the amount of volume of food, so it's quite uncomfortable. So I just said to Tom, like, look, I think the way we approach this sort of carb up is almost like slowly feed into the show. Then it's obviously not as much of a risk, and obviously I'm getting tighter and leaner, and I'm, you know, can almost manipulate the look going into the show rather than load so heavy over 2 days, because I feel like my body will kind of appreciate that slightly more. So that's kind of the sort of plan that we've got. Obviously we will have to load to a certain extent, but rather than load crazy heavy, we're just going to slowly increase the food kind of into the show and just monitor it day by day. Like I said, we are checking in every single day. So meal 1 is 120 grams of baby rice. I'm actually using baby rice at the moment. So, you know, those of you that don't know, you can get like cream of rice, which you can eat nice and hot. Or you can use what I use, which is baby rice. Shit, I'm getting all this fucking cream of rice all over me. Or you can use what I use and prefer to use, which is a baby rice, which is, I'll show you now.
There's one in my bag.
It's just this kind of one here. So it's actually made for babies. This one you can use with cold water, which I just kind of prefer, but obviously I go through these phases. So I'm using baby rice at the moment. I'm on my baby rice phase. And then I just got turkey breast here. And then a little bit an apple there as well. So pretty much meal 1, 120 gram turkey. Protein slightly lower in meal 1. 120 gram of carbs. About 50 gram of blueberries, 10 grams of honey, and 1 apple. And that is pretty much meal 1. Gonna have meal 1, and then we have chest and triceps today. So like I said, Mike and Lisa aren't here, so they've got a show to attend. So I'm gonna be hitting a session on my own with Mo, my training partner from Dubai. So we always have good sessions anyway, so it doesn't really concern me. And today's just a single. Like I said, I'm doing legs singles, but because I thought it'd be better to hit chest and tris on my own rather than hamstrings and glutes, because glutes is a bit boring, isn't it?
What was your weight been?
So my weight this morning was 207. So lightest I've actually been this prep is 205.9, I think. So I'm near my lowest. I'm pretty sure by tomorrow I'll probably be down to around my lowest weight. Like I said, we kind of just backed off the volume as much, adding in those single sessions just to kind of stop the weight loss, and obviously bumped up the food a little bit to also counterbalance that as well. So I don't really feel like I need to get any lighter. I feel like now it's just a case of like every time I come down to this weight, I'm just a bit drier and tighter. So I feel like now we'll kind of probably, I'd imagine, hold around this weight. Won't really get any lighter, I don't believe. And then, you know, try to sort of come in at the weigh-in at 212. So that's kind of the plan. But, you know, things are forever changing, especially in prep. Your body never responds the same, so we're kind of just gauging it day by day and just seeing what happens there. So I'm gonna get this meal in. I'm gonna cut my finger, get this meal in, and enjoy breakfast as everyone enjoys breakfast. If you like the t-shirt as well, La Familia, famous plug. I'll put their website below. No, but La Familia clothing, they've you know, given me some stuff. Their stuff's really nice. Actually really rate it, so check them out. Time to eat this meal and then train. So Project AD intra workout and amino tour, and then use some electrolytes as well.
What's your discount code?
REGORAW 10 from my core supplements on the link below.
Do you know where they ship?
The UAE, the EU, and the UK. Check them out. My core supplements. See, domesticated man, clean.
Yeah.
I'm training on my own. Obviously Mo's here today, so we can kind of push each other through some force reps. Again, like focusing, I'm close now, so there's no point really doing anything stupid. It's going to be like focusing on connection and contraction and kind of utilizing some of the movements that we've been doing on a regular basis to mimic my poses. Today's going to be predominantly a crossover chest day, and we'll finish off with a little bit of pressing. Because obviously Mike and Lisa aren't here pushing me, I probably will just add an extra exercise just to increase the volume, just so I get the same kind of intensity out of it. So we're going to start off on a pec deck to complete failure, focusing on the contraction, and then probably going to go over onto some crossing movements in the
Go on, Ollie.
So on a flying motion or a press, I just come forward and then scoop. So like if I'm pressing, my head forward and then my biceps together. Same with fly motion, so head forward as I compress, contracting biceps together. So this next set we're going to do a drop set, but I'm going to kind of mechanically drop it at the same time, so I'm just going to alter the position of my body in every movement to hit a different part of my pec and just create some intensity that way. So you'll see that I'll start straight, then I'm going to scoop so my bum's off the end, so I'm hitting almost like a different part of my pec, and then I'm actually going to come forward again and then I'll go back and pump it out. So I'm going to do 4 phases to this, and then I'm going to go over there, pump it out, whatever I've got.
Get it, get it.
Seconds, and we're just gonna press it out. Fuck. So just gauging the weight here. But as you can see, we're kind of mimicking the side chest. And then again, we're going to do the same over there. So as you can see, this chest session is very, very specific to go on my poses. So we're going to put this movement in the middle, and then we're going to just finish off with a press on the hoist. And that's pretty much chest done. But as you can see, the intensity is pretty quick because we're supersetting. There's obviously 2 of us, we're moving real quick, you know. And that's how my training's been the majority of the time that I've been here. So, you know, I'm trying not to change much going into the show. The only thing I've done is reduce the volume a little bit, as in not every day I'm doing doubles, you know, I'm taking 2 rest days a week. I'm actually only training doubles 3 times a week, 2 normal single sessions, and then 2 rest days. see there. Because again, it's a movement that I throw in a lot of my poses, like here, like here. So we're just mimicking that in training, especially at this phase of, you know, contest prep. It's very, very specific. You know, here's just really focusing on the creating the striations and detail, you know, and really feeling everything. So that just blows up my chest. But that movement's really good. All I'd say is just make sure you keep your body nice and upright and really focus on the contraction, you know. Same with when you're doing the press over there. It's all about the bicep, scooping underneath the chest, and just contracting hard. So 2-3 more sets on there, superset. We're going to pressing. Contraction, and that's the thing, like, I'm never afraid to pull back the weight if it feels like I'm not getting the most out of it. It's not like, you know, it doesn't matter about getting stronger 24/7. Like, people forget this is bodybuilding, we're not fucking strength athletes. We're fucking bodybuilders, man. We're trying to grow muscle. Remember, strength is a byproduct of muscle growth. It's not, it shouldn't be the main purpose is to get stronger. We're trying to build muscle, we're not trying to build strength. We're not powerlifters, we're fucking bodybuilders. And that's what a lot of people don't realize is that, you know, we're here to stimulate muscle and grow muscle. People get so caught up on numbers, so caught up on strength. And remember, strength is a byproduct of having more muscle or muscle growth. It's not the be all and end all. So if it's too fucking heavy, just leave your ego at the door, drop the weight and do the fucking rep properly. See so many people lifting like fucking idiots because they're trying to beat numbers or they've got to beat the logbook. Fuck the logbook. Train hard, train specific, train intense. Don't be a dickhead. Fuck. You can see how taking the weight down a touch allowed me to get that harder squeeze, harder contraction. So, fuck, that balls up my chest. But now I'm going to go into the hoist press. Probably do a straight set to failure, and maybe a rest pause. Finish off the drop, standard, triceps. Warm up, gauge the weight, and then slowly progress it. Probably do a couple hard sets and then into a drop set, just to finish it off. Then triceps. Some higher reps. Progress the weight every set. Not going to really go that low rep range and keep quite high. So that was like 25 reps maybe. So just add a plate, get another high rep set, add a plate, another high rep set, and then probably drop it to finish chest off.
Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
So a little rest pause there. Failure, 10 seconds. Reset, get a breath, go again. But as you can see, this the position this machine puts your body in is that rocking motion, which is perfect. You know, so when I press, I retract my shoulders down, and again I'm focusing on bicep.
Come on. Finish it. One more.
Warm up on the tries. Gonna use a long bar so we can almost go directly past our body and squeeze and flex our tricep. Then we're gonna go on to a straight bar, or an EZ bar there, sorry, just to pump it out. So just gonna get them warm. Rest, then we're going to go over. So you're going to aim for like 10 reps each part. So if you notice the first part, we're really squeezing and contracting the tricep hard, then going to like pump out the hard flex at the bottom, and then just pumping out. More. You can see how quick triceps tire, because my rep ranges, I've dropped the weight, but my rep range is going down a little bit. So again, we're going to drop the weight again because I want to get that sort of 10 rep range. Just hitting 8s there, but that's too heavy for me. So I'm not afraid to drop the weight. Flex 1 second at the bottom. That is triceps done. Got to do a bit of calves. So I'm gonna do a little bit of calves. 10-minute triceps, 10-minute calves done, innit?
Get those Rob Taylor calves.
Trying to get Rob Taylor calves. If he watches my YouTube. I watch his.
Just give me how are you feeling now? 16 days out.
So 16 days out, obviously like fatigue's kicked in to a certain extent. Not necessarily when it comes to training, because my sessions, like I said earlier, have been really good. Like everything's still pumping, everything's still clicking. I just feel like day to day I'm a little bit more tired, like, you know, just doing like normal shit. Like for example, my family were here the other week and I was like, let's go into Cardiff together. I was like, fuck, this is a lot of extra walking around. But everything's really good. Like I'd say just, I get very quiet when I'm in prep. I kind of just like to be alone. Don't really like to speak to many people. I kind of just get in my own little zone.
Hence why in the last video, my dad spoke, Tom spoke, and
Yeah.
you didn't say a fucking word.
Yeah, like I just get very like zoned out and in my own little world, like, you know, not that I'm like aggressive or like rude or anything. I just like to just keep myself to myself and just do my own thing and just be in my own little comfort zone. You know, like have my own little routine that I love. And I just kind of like to stay in that little world and in my box, if that makes sense. But, you know, fatigue's always going to kick in when you're lean. Like, that's just a given. Like, we're not meant to be this body fat. So you're always going to get tired to a certain extent. But, you know, as long as sessions are clicking, recovery's still really good. You know, DOMs are still great. Like, I don't have DOMs. Like, you know, everything's still recovering really well. So that's obviously a big positive. But yeah, it's just the final end of kind of prep. You know what I mean? So let's hit some calves and get shit done. Yeah, to push me. So focus on different areas of the calves. So you can do 10 reps on the little toe, 10 reps on the big toe. Then we're gonna do 10 exchanges, stretching the calf out. Then we're gonna bend the knees, do 10 reps on the little toe, 10 reps on the big toe. And then just finish off 30 bounces. So in total, we're looking at 60 to 80 reps, you know? So, we have a parcel that I've actually been really excited to get because I think it's cool as fuck. I hope it's this. I think it is. So these are some very, very cool. So, Team Juicehead Nation. We have Tremboloni sandwich. I think these are amazing, yeah? So thank you for Juicehead Nation, sending me some damn cool attire. The Luda Ball, that one. Then we have 7, 8, 9 Tren. I love these, I think they're amazing. And then this one, Run DMP. So, honestly, some cool slogan tees. You know me, I don't give a fuck, I keep it real. We're in this bodybuilding game. Everyone, you know, does what they do. I just think it's a bit of fun, you know. So, thank you for Juicehead Nation sending me that. Appreciate that big time. You know, I think they're just cool, funny slogan tees. So check them out, juiceheadnation.com. I don't have a discount code. Sorry, guys.
I'll put one on the screen and they can enter if they want.
We can pretend we have a discount code, but
no,
no, check them out. They're just cool clothing. You know, like I said, a little bit of a gimmick and a bit of a joke. Never hurt anyone. So thank you very much. So that's something new. Cool, Melly. Right, I'm gonna go get these.